It's a shame that she didn't know that her respectability would be questioned by choice to twerk on a pole. Maternal instincts weighed against the number of men who know her carnally. She didn't know that using her assets as an asset, she'd be classified as a hoe. A marriage proposal deemed cashing in for a quote unquote come up. Her choice to take ownership of her body, ostracizing her from the sisterhood. She ain't no role model. Her role as a model discredited by lack of clothes. Showing flesh to the masses, pushing her past the dividing line of acceptable with moms who clutch pearls to their throats knowing that their daughters be more likely to emulate the fate of her. So she becomes topic of discussion in book club meetings and blog posts. How her lack of home training is to blame for her inability to check herself. Because constraint is key. Squeezing identity into control top pantyhose and curving passion within girdles. Staying in your carpool lane, sex driving within the speed limits. Biting tongue until it bleeds and suffocating on the speech that you're not supposed to speak. She got these upstanding women campaigning for her public apology on change.org. Overcome by side effects of xenophobic disease, caught at debutante tea parties. They've stripped and tied her to a stake, stoning her with their concepts of propriety. How dare she say that her womanhood be hers to expose at her leisure? It's a shame that there's an asterisk beside her name's entry in history. But she's no different than Maya Angelou and Oprah Winfrey, whoring madam and promiscuous teen respectively, who did what they had to do to provide for self and child with roof and food, or heal themselves after sexual abuse before they could inspire youth with their strength. You need to do your research before you spew your malice. Phallus no longer required to demean. So many of our own have taken up that charge willingly. It's a shame that shaming has become the new accessory. You're not dressed to impress unless you've mastered the art of turning one's nose up at the next. Back in the day, they called it respect, but now we call it foolishness. Let's strive to be less judgmental and more willing to accept that your path may not be mine, but we can all achieve greatness. Death before dishonor.